guys think you got hosed for Game of the Year?
That's a great question.
That's an easy one to start with.
I think, there are so many great games this year, so it's so difficult to pick a winner. So many of our team are playing Skyrim themselves, so it's hard to say it's not a great game.
I think you guys got hosed. Do you agree? So is the answer yes?
I think it's just difficult to pick this year, I really do. And I think as well, when you look at Skyrim against Batman, they are totally different games. They're not, it's very hard to compare, in my opinion. If you go into that game, you'll love that game.
That sounds like a no, Seth. Okay, so do you think the awards show was better this year compared to last year, overall?
I think it was a great show. There were some really fantastic premieres. The trailers, really exciting games coming up, and I think it was a really good show.
Yeah, I think it's a great show.
Last year there was a fake Yogi Award last year. Do you guys remember that?
I don't remember that. No, because we only came to one the year before, so this one was great.
Okay.
Out of all the trailers, what game are you guys looking forward to?
You liked a bit of Metal Gear, didn't you?
I was really excited. I thought that was awesome. But I like the Naughty Dog stuff as well. That's cool. And the Epic stuff looked good as well. But yeah, I think for me, the Metal Gear stuff is
So, you guys have done at Arkham City. Where does Batman go from here? Are you guys done with Batman?
We've got lots of surprises.
Arkham World, Arkham Universe.
All of that stuff.
Gotham City? Gotham City, right?
We've got lots of surprises.
Azrael said Gotham City was going to burn. Like, what did he mean? Did he mean literally burn, or...?
Stay tuned and you'll find out.
What Azrael was that in the game? Was it John Paul Valley, or was it the new Azrael?
It was the new Azrael.
Okay. Any other DLC? The skin pack that just came out for Arkham City. Any new DLC you want to share with us?
There's some stuff coming up. There's going to be hopefully a little surprise before Christmas for everyone as well. So there's some exciting stuff coming. Yeah.
What's the surprise?
I'll tell you now. Surprise!
He's just going to keep doing it, just chipping away until it slips out.
Game of the Year. How does it feel to be Game of the Decade?
Well, that's the one that missed.
So now that Zelda is in the Hall of Fame this year, what franchise would you like to see be in the Hall of Fame next year?
I think it's crazy with Zelda being in. It was, for me, growing up playing Zelda was just phenomenal. I've got Skyward Sword, so looking forward to that now. Big pile of games to play from, working so hard in Arkham City. Actually start to work through those games now. So. Oh, I don't know what else. I definitely would have picked Zelda first. Yeah. Zelda would have been first for me, definitely. It's a tough question.
Mark Hamill stated that he would not do another Joker role, and he said the only role he would do is if it was the Killing Joke story of the Joker. What do you guys?
Joker is crazy though. He says a lot of crazy stuff. I wouldn't listen to him.
Do you think Mark Hamill's in crowd that his character won the award?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was something that Mark really added a lot to as well with that piece, and we had a bit of fun with it. And I think so, definitely. I think when you think of Joker and Mark Hamill, I don't think for me there's a distinction between the two. Mark Hamill brings Joker to life. You can't have Joker, in my mind, when I read the comics and when we play the game, without Mark Hamill. So when he goes in and does the voice recording, it really brings the whole character to life, and so he's definitely a big part of that movie, no doubt about that.
If Rocksteady could do a game based on any other DC Universe character, who would it be, or is it just about Batman for you guys?
Superman.
Superman?
There's so many good characters to pick from. I don't know, there's so many good characters.
Take my challenge, Superman.
Yeah.
Looking at Catwoman, I gotta point this out because we pointed it out quite a bit on our site because we thought it was funny. Because we noticed that Catwoman's kind of got a nice ample booty this time. So, was it just when you guys were doing the dev, you're like, no, bigger. Because we're seeing characters of women that aren't realistic, and now it seems like the last few years with Lara Croft, with Skyrim, and with Batman, we're seeing women of more realistic
We always
size.
wanted to do more, I suppose, powerful, independent characters, whether it be male or female. So I think that's the way we like to deal with all of our characters.
I can't stop staring at her butt. I'm so straight. She's got a nice butt, dude.
Yeah.
I think as well, one of the thing about all the female characters in the universe are really strong. I think that's one thing. You know, like Catwoman is one of the most badass characters in the whole Batman universe. So we had really good fun with that. You know, and so yes, we really kicked ass in the game. It's really good fun to work on.
Now that you guys have a hit game, you're winning all these awards, can you maybe ask Warner Brothers Interactive to give us a DLC version of Batman Returns from the SNES?
We'll ask them right now.
Get off the bat phone.
We should have one of those. We should have a Batman.
That was a good Batman game. Come on. No?
Think you might make a co-op Batman in the future?
I mean, we actually looked at a little bit of multiplayer when we started this one, because when we start, we always look at different ideas, and multiplayer was something that we looked at, but we really felt that the best game would be just focusing on Arkham City and creating that, but I wouldn't rule out any multiplayer or anything to do in the future. You know, it's definitely an interesting space. I think if we wanted to do anything like that, we would want to do something different. You know? We want to do something that people hadn't really seen before. So I think if we were ever to get into multiplayer, that would be what we do.
Batman teaming up with Superman.
Do you guys feel pressure?
Kill a multiplayer, wouldn't it? I like that.
Do you guys feel?
1 second.
Do you guys feel pressure to do multiplayer? 'Cause it seems like a lot of games are tacking it on just to kind of appease the masses, because that's really, you know.
There's a lot of pressure to sort of follow and do all sorts of game types and all the sort of fashionable things to do in games, and I think that we just really try and focus on what we enjoy making, on what we can make in that time. So yeah, like Stephanie said, we do tend to explore a lot of different options, but yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
What advice would you have for fledgling studios out there that want to do what you're doing and want to make a game like Arkham City? Because, I mean, it wasn't smooth sailing all the way through. So when you hit those rough patches, what advice would you have to other kids when they get to those points?
I think the big thing for us is that we're always trying to make a game that we're passionate about. We're always trying to make a game that we really believe in, because I think that energy is what you need to kind of carry you through. So you really want to make something where everyone really believes in the idea and, you know, fundamentally has that passion. And hopefully that passion really comes across in the game as well. But if you're starting out, you know, like, in a sense, it's a great time to start out with so many digital distribution, avenues now that were never there before. So if you've got that kind of kernel of a great idea, and I'm a really big believer that kind of having a great idea kind of trumps everything, and you can see this in things like Minecraft, where it's just a great idea that can get so many people excited and playing. I think it's more open than it's ever been at this point.
It's chocolate.
Yes. On 3D game. What's your perspective on what are you guys doing about it? Are you guys putting some effort behind it? Do you believe on it, or it's not something that is going to be affecting the gaming world?
Yeah, I mean, so I think 3D gaming is interesting. I think it's something that worked really well in Batman because of actually gliding through the city and actually seeing the parallax of the city moving past the character. I mean, I think as well there's sort of pros and cons of it. Like when I'm at home playing games, I just kind of verge out on my sofa, so like I don't want to, put on all the head. But like I think there's different moods. If you're really engaged, sometimes you want to get into 3D and put it all on, and sometimes you just want to lounge. So really, I think it's different for different players. Like for me, I'm just a lazy gamer, so I just veg out when I get home. But I think it can definitely add to it. It's done right.
What about the use of tablets for gaming? Do you see a future there? Is it really good or?
I think it's a really interesting space. I really do, and I think that I think we'll see a wave of stuff that comes out that maybe is just what you'd expect. But I think in in a few years we'll start to see some really interesting augmented experiences using tablets whilst you play. I think it's a really interesting space.
Jamie and Stephanie, if the Wii U ever got off the ground, or it ever gets off the ground, would you guys like to?
If
it ever gets off the ground, would you guys like to do a Batman port for that system?
I think we've already confirmed that there is a Batman Arkham City port on the Wii U. Yeah, coming. So we're excited about that. Definitely.
Any more details on that? Will it be different because of that interesting controller and all?
I mean, definitely we'll be looking to take advantage of that in whatever way we can. But
I remember one of my friends was talking about using the tablet and using it for detective mode and showing up to the screen.
That's an awesome idea.
That's brilliant. We've got Batman versus Superman.
What else did you guys got?
Currently sits in your console right now.
Skyrim.
You too?
Uncharted. I've kind of put aside Skyrim because I knew once I get into it, it's like a black hole that I'm never climbing out of. So I thought, let's play the other stuff. So I'm playing Skyrim and Saints Row 3, which I'm really enjoying actually.
And Ruse.
Last question.
Wow.